Hey, I've literally just come in from work. I've turned on the news and I see that Nicola Sturgeon, the Scottish First Minister, has resigned. I don't know the full details yet, but based on certain things that's happened in the past week, and certainly within 24 hours after releasing my most recent video regarding the New World Order and their tactics, it's very clear that there's still a battle going on, and this is a victory for those of families, those of Christian or any faith-based values, and I'm going to get into explaining why right now. So a few weeks ago, it was clearly stated out that a man, a convicted rapist who's now transitioned to wearing a wig and now identifying as a woman, was ready to go to an all-female prison for his crimes. But Nicola Sturgeon basically put it through that he'll be going to the male prison, which goes against everything that this socialist government was trying to do in order to bring in all the lgbti A to Z laws into Scotland. Now, I thought she may have won that back when just a few days ago, literally within 24 hours after my most recent video highlighting tactics of the socialists, the communists, bringing in the one world agenda, you can see the video up here. So when you see that video and you see 24 hours later that the Scottish government then brought in a law, the first country in the world to legalise in the state schools curriculum of LGBTI education, whatever you want to call it. And it was a monumental victory according to the newspapers. It highlighted the fact that 4 out of the 6 Scottish leaders at one time or another, the most gayest parliament in the world, brought this stuff into fruition. Now when you highlight that introduction and the levels of the new One World Order highlighted in the previous video, you'll see the tactics of how they get into positions of authority, positions of government, positions of education, police force, Freemasonry, everything. You can see clearly that the fact that this was a clear example of the audacity and the lack of care of the family just to bring this in for all their children as young as 4 or 5 years of age, beginning school, getting told they're different, they could be trapped in another body, they can be boys or girls dependent, whatever you want to do, that's what was getting thrown. And it seems that that's one reason maybe that it's went against the socialist leader, because the polls, according to Nigel Farage's report, were going towards Labour again, which has always been at the root of the heart of Scotland. Labour lost its way 10-15 years ago at least, and big changes came in regions that were stout Labour, went to SNP, and they've grew and grew, kept many promises, got a more nationalist identity for the referendums and all the rest of it in Scotland. But as many previous popes and many previous philosophers and everyone else in the past has condemned the evil of socialism, when you get into the finer detail, it was very clear that finer detail was highlighted most recently with the Scottish National Party. Now, I don't follow Nigel Farage or GB News. In fact, I try to hardly watch the news, but I knew as a Scotsman I had to get this video up there to basically say this is a good day for families, this is a good day for those with faith-based values, and Nigel Farage put it in a good way. And basically, I've never really listened much to him before. I wasn't sure how to take him regarding Brexit. But listen to what he just says tonight, he gets a thumbs up for me, and I absolutely agree with him. People silently have fought back through the polls. People in Scotland at least, regardless of being the first country in the world to legalise this into state schools and curriculum, are saying no. And the audacity to do this, it's a clear violation of the natural authority of a father and a mother over their own children and the raising of their children. How dare they? How dare you, Nicola Sturgeon and the rest of you who voted this in? We raise our children. I decide what's right and wrong for my child while they're under my care. Not you, not your anti-Christian, anti-God ways. It's us, the parents, the uncles, the aunts, the family, nuclear family that look after the children until they become of age to do as they wish. And hopefully by then, that strong foundation of family values, of Christian values, of any faith-filled values that clearly keeps that natural and divine law in order, we keep that in charge. And today it's been a great victory for the family. Let's keep our children protected against this evil.
Gone. She pushed it too far. Her trans intransigence in the end is what did for her. Yes, quite extraordinary. She wanted 16-year-olds without any medical consultation to be able to change their gender. And then it all happened, didn't it? A male double rapist turns up in court wearing a wig and is due to be sent to a women's prison. And over 80% of Scotland says, no, we don't want that. And Labour start to rise in the polls. Support for separation begins to fall. Stories about SNP money, her own husband's behaviour and non-declaration of loans, and the whole thing unravels, and she's gone. I think it's very good news. It's very good news for those of us who believe in the Christian roots of our society. Very good for those of us that believe in the family as being a rather important unit. Very good news for all of us who believe in small c conservative principles, because we see daily headlines that make us very, very upset, nervous, worried about the future. Yet what you've seen in Scotland is proof that the pendulum can swing back, that actually the silent majority in the end can have their way. So I think it's been a very good day. It's been a very sunny day, and in particular, my view is it's been a particularly good day for Keir Starmer and the Labour Party. But tell me...
Well, that's another thing to get to later.